Well, for our viewers, we want to talk about an event that happens every day, but perhaps not nearly as significant as it is today, and that is we're going to be heading towards the high temperature for today, probably in the next hour and a half or so. And that, we think, will be a decision point for you if you're in a shelter, if you're on the side of the road, if you're somewhere other than at home right now. That will be the time where it gets the best in terms of road conditions because it gets the warmest. Don't expect it to be above freezing, and Wes will tell us about that in a second. But at that point, maybe around 3 o'clock is when it gets the warmest. And so at that point, it may be time for you to decide what is the best, the safest course of action for you and your family members. Thank you very much, JP. Let's head up to Etowah County. Gadsden is where our Fox 6 News reporter Vanessa Araiza has been all night. Vanessa, is it still snowing heavily? Well, the picture answers my question. What are the roads like where you're standing? Mayor Bell, thank you for joining us tonight. Certainly this is something you were more prepared for than the last time we were here, but we were still seeing more snow than what we were expecting. How are the roads? I know you've been out there tonight. What are you seeing there on the ground? This sort of reminds me of a snow event we had back in 2008. Everybody knew to be home. It was pretty. Now, that was on a Saturday, a little bit different, but it's heavy, wet flakes that we were able to enjoy, and hopefully you were able to sit home, cozy up by the fire, and enjoy the coverage we have for you and these pictures without being in it.
Yeah,
Last week's storm, the National Weather Service now says the damage in St. Clair County was in fact caused by an EF0 tornado. I'm over here with JP at the Weather Center. Yeah. You were the only station on the air we were when this tornado came through. Why no warning?
That was one
for folks who are concerned about their NOAA weather radios. And in this situation, if the National Weather Service doesn't issue a warning, their radios weren't waking them up. Again, it was, as you said, not a major event, but another reason to sort of keep tuned of multiple sources for weather information because we were on the air, even though the National Weather Service wasn't popping those radios. All right, I've never been this close to walking under the 18th Street overpass, I think, Beth. This is a picture April Odom from Birmingham Mayor William Bell's office sent in to us. It's just beautiful. It's a great looking overpass at night anyways, as you know, with those neon lights changing colors. But then let me step out of here so you can see the snow there. I thought that was a pretty cool effect. And this next one is just a beautiful picture in so many ways. This is that 4 little girl statue just erected last year, of course, on the 50th anniversary of the 16th Street bombing, just across the street from the BCRI there, with the snow still falling there. Of course, our Twitter account is @MyFoxAL, so somebody enterprising you, hey, you put that in the snow, it'll probably get on our air. We're happy to reward you for that, by the way. We are shameless in our self-promotion. Okay, there's being a jerk, right? And then there's passing counterfeit bills to Girl Scouts who are just trying to sell some cookies. I mean, there's a special ring of you-know-where. Come on. I mean, the 2 Scouts who were paid with fake 50s, they're raising money through cookie sales for their gold award projects that are supposed to serve the community. Come on. When Harry Met Sally, it is one of my favorite movies, and if you've ever seen it, there's those great scenes at the beginning and end of the movie where these old couples talk about how they met. This story kind of reminds me of that. Some couples celebrating years of wedding bliss to wrap up the month of love at a Tuscaloosa church. Tonight, the 7th annual Legacy of Love Marriage Banquet. All right, let's see. Got it. Okay, thanks. Well, we're talking about selfies here, but be careful before you or your kids say cheese. The next one of these may leave you scratching your heads.
Yeah, many lice removal specialists say that they're seeing an increase in teenage and college patients.
Rapping to the tune of Ice, Ice, Baby. Well, Fox 6 News at 10 is just a few minutes away. Jonathan Hardison has a preview. Jonathan?
Right, Steve, that's right. Yeah, look at how that winter weather is costing Jefferson County a lot of money, and why the county may need to spend more cash to be better prepared in the future. We won't wrap, but we'll tell you about it.
Tonight, we're taking a close look at the Birmingham Waterworks audit. Good evening, I'm Beth Shelburne.
And I'm Jonathan Hardison. All new at 10, what that audit says about customer service. It claims issues and concerns were often ignored, especially in the beginning. Fox 6 News reporter Christy Hutchins has been pouring through all of this tonight and has more on what we're learning. Christy? Christy, thanks a lot. Speaking of the waterworks, you're one step closer to having your water and sewer bills separated if you live in Jefferson County. Today, the county's House delegation approved legislation that would split those bills. You get 2 now instead of 1. It passed despite strong opposition from county leaders who say the county just can't afford the manpower or the resources needed to set up their own sewer billing. That bill now goes to the full House. Covering Etowah County, a daycare worker is out of jail on bond tonight after being charged with child abuse. Karen Rowland is accused of hitting one child in the face with a folder while she allegedly slammed another child's head against a table. Rowland was working at the Kids Kingdom Daycare. It's part of the First United Methodist Church in Oaks Bluff. Police say that abuse involved 2 4-year-olds. It was all caught on surveillance tape, and police say she was also screaming and cursing at the 4-year-olds. No arrest in a shooting in Homewood, but police are investigating what led to a 28-year-old man being shot late last night at the Crested Homewood Apartments. That's just off Robert Jimison Road. The victim, we're told, is expected to be okay.
10 tonight, a warning about buying parts for your computer.
Yeah, one man made a lot of money cheating people by selling them counterfeit parts. Graben was caught and pleaded guilty to mail fraud and money laundering. He faces up to 30 years in prison. All right, JP, most of us dodged the snow threat this morning, but those cold temperatures, nobody's going to escape from tonight.
We're not dodging that. Did you leave the jacket in the car?
It's ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Get the defrost.
Yeah, the temperatures are falling out there. Let's get right to the